So we are going to learn about tree traversals. Uh, Tree traversals. What is traversal? Tree traversal. When you take traversal, is the technique of visiting uh, each and every node one and only once. That is traversal. Now, when you take a tree, whatever may be the representation, whether it is linear representation or linked representation, uh, there is a traversal, which is the important operation we perform. Traversal of, suppose if I take H. So we have already seen this kind of traversal with arithmetic expressions when we learn about arithmetic expressions. So how many ways an arithmetic expression can be represented normally? What is the general representation of arithmetic expression? There are actually three ways. One is infix notation, prefix notation, and postfix notation. Now, similarly, when you take tree traversal, even we learned that when you take an expression can be represented in the form of a tree. So the arithmetic expression notations can be taken as tree traversals. So there are three tree traversals. One is in-order tree traversal, pre-order tree traversal, and post-order tree traversal. So these are in line with infix notation, prefix notation, and postfix notation. So this traversal, this different traversal tells us when to visit what node. So when to visit root node, when to visit left child, when to visit right child. So when you take the visiting of left child and right child, always left child will be visited first before right child. Always left child is visited before right child, whatever may be the traversal. This order will not be disturbed. Only change that occurs in the different traversal is when do we visit the root node. So when you take in-order traversal, we visit root node in between left and right, left and right. So first left node, then root and right. In case of pre-order, first root, then left child, left subtree, and right subtree. Then in case of post order, if it is left first left subtree, then right subtree, then root. So only root, the time or the position or the order when we visit the root is changing. So in case of in order, root is in the middle. In case of pre-order, root is in the beginning. In the case of post order, the root is at the end. Otherwise, when you take the order of visiting left and right subtrees, it always remains same. Left child is always visited before right child. That order we should not disturb. Only when do we visit root depends upon the type of traversal we are doing. So that is the different traversals. Now, when you take this tree and if you use in order traversal, so first left subtree, you complete left subtree. So when you go for left subtree, this is left subtree. We have to complete first. In case of in order, take in order traversal, what are the nodes visited, the order of nodes visited. So this is the root first left subtree. In left subtree, again this is a root and there is a left subtree and right subtree. So first we have to visit left subtree. So D will be visited because it does not have further any nodes. Then root is visited in this tree. So B is visited. So left is over, root is over, then left is right subtree. So DBE is visited. Now left subtree is over, then go for root. So A is visited, then go for right subtree. In right subtree, again there is a root and left subtree. There is no right subtree for this subtree. For this subtree, there is a there is a root, there is a left subtree, and there is no right subtree. So before we visit the root, we have to traverse left. Again, there is a subtree. Before we visit this root, we have traversed left. So left is traversed, G is traversed, then root is traversed, F, then right is traversed. Now this left subtree is over. we have traversed this left subtree. This left subtree is completed. Then we have to visit the root. So left, root and right subtrees are over. We have traversed the full tree. So this is order of the nodes we visited in order traversal. So D, B, E, A, G, F, H, C. This is in order traversal. Now, when you take pre-order traversal, so first we have to visit root. So root is visited. Then the subtree, this subtree, blue subtree, left subtree. Again in this we have to visit root, then left, then right. So in this blue subtree, BDE is the order. Now in this whole tree, root is completed, left subtree is completed, we have to go to right. When you go to right, C is root, we have to visit first root, then left subtree has again a tree, so F is the root, then G is left subtree and H is the right subtree. This is the pre-order traversal of the tree. Next, when you take the post-order traversal, so as the name indicates, as we discussed in post-order traversal, root is visited after left and right subtrees. So when you take the left subtree here, so again it is a tree. So again go left, there is a D visited. So after left, we have to go right. So D is visited. Then after left and right, root is visited. So B is visited. Now left subtree is over. Before we visit root, we have to go to right subtree. So in right subtree, again it's a tree. There is a root. So before we visit root, go to left subtree. Again it is a tree. Before we visit root, go to left subtree. So G is visited. Then after left, H is visited, right subtree. Then after left and right is over, root is visited. So this left is over, there is no right. So left, right is over, then go to root, C. Then left and right is over for this full tree, then visit root. So these are the different traversals of the order of nodes we visit in different traversals. So in order traversal, this is the order of nodes we visit. In pre-order traversals, this is the order of nodes we visit. In post-order traversals, this is the order of the nodes we visit. This is the traversal. We'll write the programs for this after sometime after we learn about binary search trees. We will write the programs, but this is how manually we visit the nodes. So when you write the program, you can go for recursion, which is a simple way of visiting the nodes. That we'll see how to write the program. And without recursion, then we have to depend on the stack. So that is one application of stack. Visiting the or performing traversal in a tree requires a stack. So if you want to visit the perform traversal without recursion, then you have to depend on the stack. So manually, we have seen the different traversal techniques with a tree. This is normally important process. Now sometimes in some questions, even gate, what they do is they will give two traversals. One is in order, another is pre-order or post-order, and they will ask us to draw the tree. So this is a very common question that appears even in several hackathons, not necessarily hackathons like GATE. Surely they'll give two traversals. Minimum you require two traversals to get a tree back from traversals. And in that, in order traversal is must. In order traversal is must to get back the tree from traversal, order of traversal. In pre-order or post-order, one of them is must. So next what we'll do is getting a tree or getting from traversals of nodes. Traversals of nodes. For that, we require, it is compulsory to have in-order traversal. In-order traversal is must. Without in-order traversal, you cannot get the tree back. In order traversal is must. And second point is either pre-order, pre or post-order traversal we require. Traversal is also required along with in-order traversal. So this is very common question in GATE. This is very common question GATE, even in some competitive exams or some placement exams. This kind of questions I've seen somewhere. So now I'll take either pre-order, post-order, it does not matter, it is same. I'll take this order and see how to get back the tree. So in-order traversal is DBEAGFHC. So D in order is D E A G F H C. We will take post order. Both are same. You will understand how we proceed. So both are same. Post order or pre order, whichever you take, you can apply the similar kind of logic to get back the tree. So I'm going for post order DEBGHFCA. DEBGHFCA. DHF 1, 2, somewhere something pre-order DBEAG. So this is the traversal techniques. Now, what we have to do to proceed here is one information we can get from post-order traversal is the route. So why we require in our the post-order pre-order is we require route. So from post-order, so the logic we proceed is from post-order we can get route node. How do we get route node? Even in pre-order, we get the root node. How do we get root node from post-order? The last node is the root. In pre-order, the first node is the root. So that is one important point to get the tree. So we can get root from post-order. Okay. Then when I take in order, so what we do in order is, in order, because we have already identified root, the identified route from steps, that is previously identified route previously will divide the list into two. Divide the list into two. What two? Into two. Divide the tree or list into two. List forms two subtrees. Left subtree and right subtree. This is the logic we have to follow. The same logic we have to repeat again and again. So again, go for post order, find the root, then go for separation of list, left subtree and right subtree. Then we can build the tree. So first, if I take these two nodes, if I take the two nodes, A is root here. So because post order A is the root, so I'll get A. A is having here, so there is a left subtree in the in order traversal, and there is a right subtree. So after we identify the root from post order, then the in order in order the root is in the middle, and it will divide the list into two. One is left subtree, another is right subtree. So DBE is the left subtree, and GFHC is right subtree. And subtree tree, both are same because tree is recursive, so subtree is a tree. Now again, if I'll take the left subtree, I have to build one subtree, then I can go to the next subtree. So in left subtree, again identify the root. How do I identify? In this, whichever occurs last, that will be the root. So DBE, which occurs last? B occurs last. So B is the root for left subtree. Now B divides the list into two. One is, I'll go for different thing. He divides the list into left subtree list into two. One is, there are only two nodes. One is left of, there is only one node left, which is left of B. There is one node left right, so that is E. So we have completed left subtree. We have completed left subtree. Now, if you take the right subtree, the nodes are G, F, H, C. In that, whichever occurs last, so C is occurring last. A is already we have considered. C is occurring last. So C is the root node of this subtree. C is the root node of the subtree. And C divides this into two lists. One is this one. Another is there is empty. There is no node. So that means C does not have right subtree. There is only left subtree present. The left, sorry, C we are fine here, not here. We have to check the subtrees from in order. So C we have identified the root. So it has divided the list into two. One is a left subtree. Another is there is no right subtree. It is empty. It is empty. So this there is no right subtree, empty. Left subtree there are nodes G, F, H. In GFH, whichever occurs last, F is occurring last. So F is the root because it is left subtree. It is root. Now F divides this into two, G and H. G is the subtree, left subtree. H is the left subtree, right subtree. So this is how we get it. We check whether we are getting same tree what we have seen in the beginning. So there is same A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So we are getting the same subtree. This is how we have to proceed. So this is how we have to proceed. Here we can get the root, which is the last node in the list. Last node in the list. Now, if it is pre-order, it will be the first node. Otherwise, it is same. So if you are given with in order and pre-order, only change we have to make is identify the root from pre-order, which is the first node. So I'll take again, we'll try to do it with pre-order so that it will be a revision. So I'll take DBE A G F H C. So in order is DBE A DB F H C. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now pre-order I'll take. So in order is compulsory, either pre or post order. Now I'll go for pre-order. So post order we have already seen A B D E C F G H. A B D E C F G H. A B D F. So first steps are same. First go for pre-order, identify the root. The first node is the root. This is the root. So take A as root. Now go for in order. A is the root. It divides the list into two. One is left subtree. Go for left subtree first. First, whichever you want, you can go. In this DBE, whichever occurs first. So B is occurring first in this in pre-order traversal. So B is the root of the left subtree. Now B divides the list into two. List into two. left subtree has only one node, so directly you can write. Right subtree has only one node, so directly you can write. So we have completed this left subtree, LST. We have completed. Now in right subtree, take GFHC here, and in this, whichever node occurs first, identify from pre-order. So GFHC. So C is occurring. So C is the root of the right subtree. And C divides the list into two. C divides the list into two. One is left subtree and there is no right subtree. No right subtree. So in GFH, whichever occurs first, F is occurring first. So it is the left subtree. And F divides the list into two. And there are only one node in the list. There is only one node in the left subtree. So it is G. And there is only one node in the right subtree. So it is H. This is how we proceed. This is a very frequently asked question. Even in engineering, this question is common, and even in different placement drives, this question is generally asked. Even in GATE, this question is asked. This is how we have to proceed to build a tree from in order and either pre-order or post-order. One of them is must and in order is must. Traversal. Traversals we have seen. Next, before we write a program, we have to consider a special binary tree, which we call it as binary search tree. Binary search tree. It's a special binary tree. It is a special binary tree. So what is this special binary tree? What is the property? There is the specialty comes to this with one constraint, one property. The constraint here is the constraint or rule or constraint here is the root node must be greater than or equals to left all the nodes of left tree and less than all the nodes of right subtree. This is the binary search tree. So this is actually for searching. As the name indicates, it is very useful for searching. We build this binary search tree when we create the tree. So once it is built, searching will be happening in log n with base 2 steps. So order of log n with base 2 steps, because it is same as binary search. But in binary search, we have to order the perform the order of the values. Here, we build the tree by following the rule. Root node must be greater than or equal to all the nodes of the left subtree, and it must be less than all the nodes of right subtree. This is the rule of binary search tree. Otherwise, it is same as binary tree. So this rule is applied. So once this rule is applied and we build the tree, the search time of this tree is order of log n with base 2, because it is same as the binary search. So for example, suppose if I take some nodes, if I take some values I'll take as nodes, a list of numbers. So you can take any key as number and build the subtree. Suppose if I take some number like 59, 10, 5, 66, 40, 85, I'll take 9, 8, 5, 10, I'll 16, then I'll take 93. So this is the list of values I want to build, using which I have to build the tree. So in building the tree, what we have to do is the steps in building the tree. Steps in building the tree. Steps in building binary search tree. So the first step is take the first value as root. Then from second value, from second value, take each value, build the subtree. How do you build the subtrees? What you have to do is, here, if the value is less than root, value is less than root or less than or equals to root, go left, otherwise go right. How long we have to go? Till we find an empty space. Till find slot. It's empty slot to insert. Once we find it, so once we find the empty slot, insert the value there. Insert the value. And repeat 2 and 3 steps. Repeat this step. From second value, take each value. So we have to repeat 2 and 3. Till all the values are all the values of the list are exhausted. So this is the logic. So if I take this values, I'll take this. So 39. So these values are. Okay, I'll take 59, 33. I'll take a different set of values. It does not matter. 59, 33, 45, 10, 89, 20, 16, 95, 9 values. So first take value as root. So 59 will be the root. 33, go left. We have reached empty slot. So 33, it will, because it is less than 59, go left. So when I insert 59, this is the status. So okay, whatever. So 87, 13, 45, okay, 10, I'll take 23, whatever it is. So first when I insert 59, the tree will be 59 because it is the root. Then when I insert 33 into this, then 59 will be there. Because 33 is less than 59, go towards left. We have reached to empty slot, so insert there. Next, insert 76. So the tree is 59. Now we have to insert 76. So 76 is greater than 59, go towards right. Next, insert 45. So the tree is already 59. There is 33. There is 7. So 45 is less than this, go towards left. 45 is less than greater than 33, go towards right. Empty slot, so insert 45 here. A tree after insertion. Then we have to insert 10. 10. So the tree existing is 59, 59, 33, 45, 76. Then we have to insert 10. So 10 is less than 59, it will come towards left. 10 is less than 33, so it will come here. So 10. So this is 10. Now 10 we have inserted. Next one to insert is 87. So 87 we have to insert. So I'll say insert. So write the existing tree. So 59 is there, 33 is there, 76 is there, 10 is, then 45 is there. Now we have to insert 87. 87 greater than 59, it will come towards right. 87 greater than 76, so it will come towards right. So the node inserted will come here, 87. Next, we have to insert. So insert 60. So take the same tree which is there earlier in the previous step. So 33, 10, 45, 87. Now 66 greater than 59, so it will go this side. 66 is less than 76, so it will come this side. So then the next node is insert 39. So next is insert 39. So to insert 39, build the tree. 33, 76, 10, 45, 66, 87. So 39 is less than 59, come towards left. 39 is greater than 33, go towards right. 39 is less than 45, go towards left. So we are reaching empty. So we empty place where we can insert. So 39 is inserted. This is how we have to keep on build the binary search tree. Now the next is 45. At 45. So take the tree. So 9, 33, 76, 10, 45, 66, 87. See, the property should be always satisfied. The root must be greater than or equals to left, all the nodes of left subtree and less than the right subtree. That we have to follow. So next 45, less than 59, go towards left. 45 greater than 33. Again 45 we are getting 2 times. Does not matter. Yeah, 45. It does not matter. So so 45 less than 45 less than 33, greater than 33, it will come here. 45 less than or equals to 45, it will come here. 45 greater than 39, so 45 is inserted here. Next, finally, 23. So insert 23. So take the tree, so 59, 33, 76, 10, 45, 87, 39, 40. So 23 less than this, go towards left. 23 less than this, go towards left. 23 greater than 10, go towards right. So this is the tree built for the data. Now, once the binary search tree is built, now within order of log n steps, so there are two things I have to give. Within order of log n with base 2 steps, we can find whether the node is present or not. So if I want to check whether uh, 100 is present or not. So 100 is greater than 59, go towards right. 100 is greater than 76 until match is found or we reach empty place, you can proceed. 100 is greater than 76, go towards right. 100 is greater than 87, go towards right. There is nothing present, we can say 100 not present. Now, next thing is, suppose if I want to check whether 10 is present or not, 10 less than 33 come towards left. So 10 is less than 33, come towards left. 10 is matching, so we can say 10 is found. Thing happens within log n with base 2 iteration happens, but it is not always true. This is not always true. When it is not true, I'll give you. Not always. This is average case. Average case complexity is order of log n with base 2. But there is worst case. We'll see what is that worst case little later. One more thing is, once the tree is built, now if you perform in-order traversal of binary search tree, will binary search tree gives ascending order of nodes. That is the property of binary. So in-order traversal of binary search tree gives the ascending order of the nodes. Suppose if I take this subtree, if I go for in-order, so in-order traversal is first left, then root, then right. So in this left, in this tree, there is left subtree. In this left subtree, there are two more trees. One is this is left. So traverse first left subtree. Again, there is a tree. So there is no left subtree, traverse root. So 10 will get. Then go towards right, 23. So left is over. Go traverse root, 33. Go towards right. Right is a subtree. So go left, 39. So there is no left subtree to 39. Go towards right, 45. Left is over, traverse root, so 45. Then this left subtree is over, then go root, so 59. Then take the right subtree, which is 76, 66, 87, which is a tree. So in this tree, go towards left, visit first left subtree, so 66. Left is over, visit root, 76. And left and root is over, visit right. So this will give the ascending order of the nodes or values. So when you have a binary search tree, if you perform in-order traversal, you will get the ascending order of the data. That is the property of the binary search tree. So that is how we have to actually perform the traversal. Generally, we go for in-order traversal, which will get the order. And generally, once the tree is built, we will be mainly searching, because as the name indicates, binary search tree is mainly meant for searching. So the tree is built through insertion by following the rules. Just now we have seen the rules. Once tree is built, will be just searching. Average case order of log n with base 2 nodes. So we'll be writing programs on the binary search tree, but before that, this is actually the problem with this binary search tree is if the tree is skewed. Suppose if the tree is skewed is nothing but when the nodes are are at one place of the tree or one side of the tree, not one place, one side of the tree, either only left side or only right side or partially skewed. So if the skewed tree is there, left is skewed, right skewed, then what happens is the search time is order of n. So search time is order of n. So this is worst case. So the average case time complexity of search in binary search tree is order of log n with base 2. But when the tree is skewed, when the nodes are at one side, either left side or right side, then the search time will be order of n. So it is worst case time complexity. For example, suppose if I have the nodes, like suppose if the values I get in some order, so already I am getting in ascending order. Suppose if the nodes I have in this order, so when I build the tree, first node will be 10, 20 is greater than this, it will come here, 30 is greater than 20, it will come here. Then 45 is greater than 30, it will come here, and 63 is greater than. So the nodes, the nodes are at one side of the tree. This is skewed. What skewed this one? It is a right skewed tree. Right skewed tree. There is a solution for this. That solution we'll see later. This is right skewed tree. So right skewed tree. Because we are inserting the data items which are in ascending order, then we'll get the right skewed tree. Now suppose if I want to search whether 100 is there or not. So when 100 is there or not, 10 it's not greater than that. 20, 100 is greater than 20, 30. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 comparisons. So n comparisons it makes before it decides whether the node is present or not. So it is a worst case time complexity is order of n. So that occurs when the tree is skewed, whether right skewed or left skewed. Suppose if you take the nodes in reverse order, suppose descending order, suppose if I take 76, 63, 38, or 29, 18, 7, then it will be 76, then 63, then this is left skewed. 51, 51, then 38, 29, 18, 7. This is left skewed tree. So in the left skewed tree also, again the order of search time will be order of n. Order of n. When there is a possibility that the binary search tree is skewed, and because of skewness, when the tree is skewed either left or right subtree, the search time increases to order of n. Average case it should be order of log n, but sometimes it will be order of n, especially when the tree is skewed. There is one kind of special tree in binary search tree, which we call it as balanced tree. That balanced tree, what it does is it will get adjusted whenever there is a possibility of skewness. So that is getting the tree is rebuilt whenever there is a possibility of skewness. It is rebuilt, then the skewness is avoided. So when skewness is avoided, the search time will be always order of log n. So that we'll be seeing later, but before that we have to write programs on this. So this is some concept about the traversal of the trees and binary search trees. So binary search tree is a special tree where some criteria or constraint followed. In the constraint, the root must be greater than or equal to the values of all the nodes in the left subtree and greater than less than the values of all the nodes present in the right subtree. That is, and normally the binary search tree is built as the data comes, as the data arrives, the binary search tree is built. So during the building of the binary search tree, the root node, the first value whatever we get, will be the root, and the subsequent nodes are used to build the subtrees. In building the subtrees, the subsequent node should go either left or right based on its value. If it is less than root, go towards left. If it is greater than root, go towards right. Is the binary search tree. So this is the binary search tree, and in-order traversal of binary search tree will give the ascending order of the data. And normally the search time of binary search tree is meant for searching. We build the tree once and repeatedly use it for searching. And the complexity, average case complexity of binary search tree is order of log n with base 2. But in some special cases, like when the binary search tree is skewed tree, left skewed or right skewed, uh, tree is said to be left skewed when all the nodes are at left side, or it is called as right skewed when all the nodes are at right side. So this is about the binary search tree. We'll be learning the programs in the subsequent classes.